countdown stream?
No, I'm not doing the countdown anymore.
Alright.
And as soon as that says, yep, we're live. We are now officially live. What?
We must take a closer look at copper gold berries.
Oh. Of course, you would want to go more in depth.
It was only a matter of time for someone got over the ooh moment to really look at it.
Yeah.
Muted, it looks like the mic.
Yes, we're very much muted. Don't worry about that. There is not even a mic source on that screen.
My dog's right there.
No. I mean in the sources. There, we have no sound. We have no mic right now, even though it shows it in the audio mixer. That's what I know you're gonna want to do. Gigantamax Snorlax.
That'd have been nice. Can't do it. Maybe on my main.
Well, we can save it for later then.
That's it. For some reason, the Twitch link never shows a custom image. It just shows generic you behind the Minecraft thing.
It does.
Probably because just it's correctly.
Yeah, the wrestling match with Twitch is over.
Okay. So
at least until Stream Elements gets itself straightened out. Once they get things straightened out, then we can try again. I think.
Need a refill on anything before we start?
No, I'm good.
I am about as ready as we can be.
Okay, then we're going to change scenes here. Set, go. We're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pokemon Sword or Shield. I almost said Sword.
No, I'm playing Sword.
Pokemon Shield. It's doing a run with only Ice and Ghost types. Just the version exclusive gym types. We've already beaten the Ice Gym and the Ghost Gym, so I'm officially calling ourselves the master of those types for Galar. We are also, we made our way to Winden last time and are about ready to start the proper tournament, so to speak. But we got to do some training before we do this. Because unlike Hop, who likes to rush into everything, we do training. We've got our full power coin and all that stuff, and we don't worry about level caps or anything like that. We do know that Leon's strongest will be around 65, 67, something
65.
like that. 65?
Yep.
So our goal is to get right around that range. As you can see, we're not there yet.
Yeah, your babies aren't ready yet.
Not only are we so not ready yet, we've got some fossils and stuff we hatched a while back we never actually finished taking care of. And some bobbies that could use a little bit of love. So we got a lot to do.
Got some prep work going on here.
Absolutely. So today, I figured the best way to do that and do it in a non-boring way for our lovely viewers is to open up the second DLC area called the Crown Tundra. Area is full of high-level Pokemon we can just bop while we do exciting things along the way.
Yep.
Today, we would like to go to the Crown Tundra Station.
Not forgetting, there is a legendary ice type you can pick up while you're down there.
We technically know a legendary ghost type as well,
Yes, but you can't get that till after you're champion.
but sadly, it's only the one.
Yes.
None of the others will be helpful.
True.
And here we are. We just took a train. No need for a bird connection this time.
Well, the Isle of Armor is an island. They weren't about to build train tracks across the water, were they?
I mean, train bridge is a thing people can do.
True. But it would have been a long bridge.
It's not that far away.
Far
Anyway.
enough, but it's easier to fly.
Anyway, this must be your first visit to the Crown Tundra, am I right? I'm researching Pokemon biology around here. A number of ancient and rare Pokemon have been spotted in the Crown Tundra, you see. If I update your Pokedex for you, will you help me research what species appear here? You best complete the new Crown Tundra Pokedex. Okay. A lot colder than you remember, and there are more rockish Pokemon wandering around. So you're saying the Tundra wasn't always this cold, huh? Interesting. Alright, well, before we go outside, because it's so cold, one, we definitely want to put our two Pokemon that have the goggles on, so they don't get hurt by the ice. We can put in our ice types, but none of our ice types will have a good counter to other ice types, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. The Winter Wonderland.
That's certainly true.
Come on, Dad, lay off and quit following me already. I'm gonna go out on a Dynamax adventure in the Max Lair, and I don't need you breathing down my neck. I'm here to battle loads and loads of rare Dynamax Pokemon. Ha 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 ha! Don't you fret. I know somewhere way more fun than that musty old place. Get ready for loads of quality time, the coolest dad ever. But a generous and totally unwanted offer. Afraid I've got to say no, thanks.
He does politely refuse him, at least.
Eh.
Did say no thanks.
He did.
There's a lot of mistakes on both sides. I'm gonna say that much.
Given how much he clearly does for her, going along with him wouldn't be the most horrible thing in the world. Come on, Nia, be reasonable. Are you ready to be ultra mega embarrassed as I unleash the noble roar of Dad? I feel like maybe we should have done this on Father's Day.
A little late then.
I'll take a hard pass on that, thanks. Excuse me, hello? My dad's stubborn as steel, and he won't leave me alone. Back me up, would you? Sure. Brilliant. Have a great time with this geezer, then. Hold on, lad. Can't say I approve of you butting in blindly. But if I just give you a trounce on this young lady here, ought to see reason. Beauty. Brace yourself up pretty ferocious in battle. Pokemon Trainer Peony. Got another daughter that transferred to Paldea. I'm just curious. Aren't you the brave one, picking a fight with a one-time gym leader? And we got just like that, we've got ourselves a level 70 Copper Raja. The first time we've really been seriously out-leveled before. Let's see how we handle it.
Well, that definitely did a lot of damage.
Yeah, but now we got to handle getting... Not bad at all. Watch out. Next time it's my turn, yeah.
Uh-oh, that's a ground move.
I know, it's a ground move.
Yeah, that's a one-shot. Oh, poor Firelight. Ooh, and the hail takes a toll.
We have a problem. But we're going to do what we can do.
Try dive.
Yeah, but I think our best course of action is just to avoid. Toodles! Play rough with the midnight.
Chip damage is going to help. I know on my current sword bug run, yes, I was
just enough.
I was playing with bugs on my sword profile here, and I kept having to out-heal him.
Siren just did enough along with the chip damage.
Poor Firelight didn't get anything from that, though.
How does Frosty evolve to its fully evolved form? It's not a stone thing, is it? The ice cream.
Oh, the ice cream?
Heal stuff as they come. The more hits it takes, the more ultra mega strong it gets. I don't know if that's true. And we don't got time to revive our Firelight. We gotta just dive again. Oh no, Crunch! Oh, that'll do it. Oh no, we lived!
Ooh, cursed body.
Body, disabled Crunch. Good job, Siren.
$47.
So, okay, just by level.
Yeah.
Okay, then it'll be due soon. Okay. It's disabled. Maybe we got a chance. Try to heal up. Time for the tough to get going. Let loose, Agron.
Uh-oh.
Iron Head. Yeah, that might do it. Nope, never mind. Super not effective. Chip damage will eventually get him. If we can fully heal up, I'll try another attack. 52 versus another level 70 is going to be rough, though.
Stone Edge, that hurts. Ooh, but you lived.
But I live. That's what I'm saying.
Uh-oh.
Now I have a bigger problem. Oof.
You got anybody else that might be able to take a hit?
I don't know. If he crunches me, I'm definitely done no matter what. So, let's see if we can get the dive off before he crunches.
I know.
No!
Outsped you. Aww.
Level 70 is a hard bar to pass.
Oh, and he just ate a berry.
We got into the yellow.
I healed him, yeah. Oh, ghosts are not going to do fair well with that crunch. Go for dives again?
Yep.
On edge. Uh-oh.
Does rock hate ice?
Apparently ice hates rock.
Well, that was not a good idea.
Oh.
Well, I definitely don't want to.
Yeah, rock is very much super effective against ice. So you're in trouble with the ice types.
I'm trying. Rock, not crown, so this will hurt.
Not attack, and you gotta paralyze.
I just gotta
Live
take
through.
that.
Nope. Yeah, you need to be able to heal.
I don't have time. There's a good chance I'm gonna lose this fight, but we're gonna try. We are officially the super underdog in this fight. But you're paralyzed. This should do double damage if I can get it off.
Well, outsped him. Woo!
I think I win.
You got the win! Woo!
High five. Can't believe I pulled it off.
Just like my stubborn bugs that refuse to fall.
Guess it's not my place to be bragging.
Woo!
Haha, look at me, taking a thrashing from a youngster like you. My darling daughter disappeared. Where'd you gone, my sweet Mia? Darling daughter, huh? Of course, my Mia's the sweetest, darlingest daughter a dad could ask for. Brought her out here so we could have a proper father-daughter trip. First one in ages. Now that we've got here, she grabs the first trainer she finds, makes him a decoy, and legs it. My dear Nia for you. Her backward way of showing her papa she loves him. Must be. That's just the type of girl she is. Ultra mega charming, isn't it? Still, without her, I can't start this event tour of legendary spots I planned for us. She mentioned we wanted to have a gander at someplace called the Max Lair, didn't she? Sounds to me like she wants to go to old Papa to chase after her. Well, she needn't worry. I'm not one for wasting time. Means I get to move on. Cheers for a fine battle. I'll be seeing you then, lad. Take care of those strong Pokemon of yours. Uh-huh.
They're just strong enough.
It was rough, people. Not gonna lie, I thought for a moment I was actually gonna lose. But we're gonna take a very quick detour back to Wedgehurst and heal up. Because we somehow pulled it off. And before you go thinking, well, if you could beat a level 70, then you can beat Leon's level 60. There's a world of difference between 2 level 70s and a team of 50 and above. A full team.
Yeah. Leon uses a full team and he covers his type weaknesses pretty well.
Yeah, so that's the two very different situations.
Yeah, he's a different kettle of fish entirely. And very tough.
So, back to the Tundra. But as you can see, everything that survived was getting crazy levels.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, everybody's back up to snuff. Out we go.
There you are.
And yes, we can pick up some extra ice types here that we couldn't find in the main area. We might do that as we get closer to level. I think we'll go at least get this one because it's literally an ice snowflake. There can't be any more ice type Pokemon than a literal ice Pokemon shaped like a snowflake. Come on now.
That's certainly fair.
And yes, between streams, I bought a bunch of Pokeballs.
That's not a bad idea.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, you're definitely outspeeding me.
Not.
There we go. Just had to show who's boss a little bit.
I'll have to try and catch a different one.
What
Mine
do you-
decided to try and use Solar Beam on me. Jesse didn't like that.
What? The Trigonal?
Uh-huh. I thought I'd at least open the doors to certain legendaries.
We'll get there.
Yep.
Alright. I saw before I sorted things out.
What?
Oh, yep. We have another muscle man. That's good to know. That's the evolution. Alright, moving along. What's this in the distance? Cathode tube. Hey, ha! This must be the max layer that Nia was talking about. I mean, my darling daughter's in there right now, having a giggle with some rare Dynamax Pokemon. Oh, it's you again. Well, kid, maybe you ought to come as well. You just hold on, Nia, my dear. Here comes Papa!
Oh, jeez.
See how Penny turned out the way she did.
That is simply fair.
We're not going to be catching too many, because right now we need to focus on leveling up the Pokemon we got.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys can see, every Pokemon, wild Pokemon here, starts at 60.
That they do.
Come on, Hyper Beam's a normal move.
Grass.
Hyper Beam?
Oh, Hyper Beam. I thought you meant Solar Beam.
No, Hyper Beam is a normal move. That shouldn't have worked.
Because you're also fire.
Ghost is still.
True. Yeah, I agree. That is BS. It shouldn't have worked.
I did Cathode 2 Brave. Cave. Please, sir, I can't let you. Oh, I think you can. My precious daughter's in there, and I'm going in after her. I understand, sir, but what? I'm here to have an adventure, and I want to kick it off right now. I simply can't allow it, sir. Oh, there you are, lad. Come after all, have you? Nothing's all right. Everything's the matter. This ultra mega numpty of a scientist insists on getting in my way. Numpty? I beg your pardon, sir. If you'd be so good as to simply listen, I can let you through. Dynamax adventures are quite fraught with peril, I'm afraid, and Ah, got no patience for standing here listening to you rattle off the fine print. We're just going around in circles. You seem to know this, gentleman. Would you simply listen to my explanation? If so, then I could allow the two of you to enter as a pair. Aha, now you're talking. Go on, Ed. Let's hear what the good lady's got to say. Dumpty of a scientist, a good lady.
Yeah, really.
Then we'll go find my little Nia together, right? Right.
Yeah.
Sure. That's what I like to hear, mate. I owe you one. Next layer is a labyrinthine underground cavern where rare Pokemon dwell, the likes of which are normally not found in the Galar region. Form a 4, set off to explore. Take part in Dynamic's adventure, you have to borrow a Pokemon. Explore the den, come to branches, you gotta decide as a team. You gotta fight a raid battle, catch a Pokemon, and maybe swap it if you want to. So avoid the risk of Galar particle overexposure, which can cause your own dear Pokemon to lose control. We have prepared Pokemon for you that are resistant to the particle's effects. Right, I follow you. So, you're saying you don't want Galar losing control, so the Pokemon rinse the particles. We might see a rare overexposure. That was stunningly incorrect, sir. This is a dangerous place. Please make sure you're a firm grasp of the rules. Still a touch lost, but that's the type of place this is, eh? Right. Sounds like it's all a bit beyond me, so I'll just go on in and get cracking. Here comes Papa, my darling Nia! Sir, no, I just told you it's too dangerous. Oh, what that man. He looks so much like Chairman Rose, but his attitude doesn't match the chairman's at all. Well, when you're ready to go chase him down, pardon me, I meant when you're ready to begin your Dynamax adventure, please let me know. Yeah. This lady, if you turn in Dynite ore, you can get candy, EXP, and Dynamax. Switch out for the Isle of Armor. Bunch of vitamins. Why you'd want to buy a Premier Ball, I have no idea, but you can. Beast balls, bottle caps, and the most important these two things, the ability switching items. Alright, that all being said, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Go on an adventure and you'll get Dynite ore as a reward. I will also allow you to keep one, just one, the one you catch along the way. Sure. Still new to Dynamax Adventure, so we suggest trying them alone for now. Just to get a little familiar with the rules before you invite some friends to join. What am I? Want to try and see if you can get in on this?
I already know I can't.
Can't get sweet. Damn it.
It won't let me join you now.
Sure?
Reasonably short, because you tried to join me and I did the same thing.
I don't know. Alright, fine.
I'm willing to try. We'll see if I can. I don't think it'll let me, though. You're still communicating.
Yeah, I'm still communicating. Hopefully we'll be able to do this with the stream. Otherwise, we're going to have to figure something out. I'll just fight Pokemon and won't be able to move the story forward when we're on stream.
I don't think it's going to let you invite others. You'll have to do it. Just say don't invite others.
Alright, let's try that again. Fine. Let's see. Well, I know I'm going up against the water eventually. None of these are great for that. Well, Giga Drain.
Yeah, Butterfree's decent.
Yeah, but definitely want to get a good wall grass or something like that, or electrical along the way.
Yeah, grass or electric will absolutely help.
4 hearts means you can take 4 hits. Let's see, dark, ground, water, normal. Grass, fire, ice. So we want the grass. Go this way. Big old Morpico.
Oh, there you go.
Another cute little gerbil.
You don't want that one. Because I know Suicune comes with psychic moves.
I mean, maybe we gotta depend on what moves this has.
True. If it has both electric and dark moves, you're golden.
We'll see.
Yeah, dark is strong against psychic.
Yes, but it's not a psychic type Pokemon.
Like I said, it'll have psychic type moves.
I know. I'm more worried, but if it does have electric moves, then Morpico's not going to do me a lot of good on the attacking side.
This is true.
Well, Paul and Puff has almost got it down anyway. Who's getting hit? Who's getting hit? Oh, yep, there goes the ghost.
Oh.
That's unfortunate. Okay, 1 down. Let's throw a Pokeball at it. Aura Wheel Thunderbolt. That is pretty good.
Aura Wheel changes type, too. It becomes a dark move when it changes to the hangry mode. You didn't take it?
Somebody else got it. Which, hopefully was that Haunter person, because boy did they need it. Alright, the only chance to get the grass is to go through the ground. If I can control my Pokemon and all the other 3 are completely AI controlled, it's more than just I need to have a good Pokemon. I need to try and make sure they pick up good Pokemon along the way.
Oh, somebody will take that ground, I bet.
Very possibly.
Train's good.
I don't want it to leave it. There was some Pollen. Trying to save Giga Drain for the end fight. Fortunately, this looks like this Sanacona is Gigantamax.
Yes, it is.
So it's going to be rough.
Picking on the fellow ground type, luckily.
Thank goodness. Multi-hitting it too. It's baloney.
What move did he use?
5-time hit, whatever it was.
Oh boy.
Come on, you water bug. Don't entertain it. Hit it with some water moves. Excuse me. I was trying to save these Giga Drains for later, but my teammates are not helping me. And Dragon Move, yeah. This right here is why I prefer having people with adventures.
Unfortunately, they don't let you on the first round. They basically force you to go alone on the first time.
Doesn't mean I have to like it. There's the liquidation you should have been throwing down sooner.
Yeah, really.
Super power, good, good. There we go. And get rid of this thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, might as well throw the Pokeball. I definitely don't want that. That's a shame they got rid of the water bug. Yeah, good. Get rid of the snake. Alright, now for the grass. Please let the person who gets who has the ground horse take this grass type. They can do that, we'll be okay.
Ooh, it's a good while.
Variation on a starter. Nice.
No, it's one of the evolutions.
I'm saying a variation on a starter. Even if we don't make it to Suicune, beating this guy wouldn't be a bad consolation prize.
True.
Granted, he's no ice or ghost, but you know.
Consolation prize.
Yeah. Absolutely wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
No one took it.
Oh no.
Darn.
Yeah, that ground Mudsdale is gonna have a bad time of it. If I will get you 10, Suicune's gonna target it.
Well, here we go. If you guys are watching, cheer for me. Let's see if I can pull this off. Well, let's see if we can get it poisoned. That will be a good start. Or Pico, buddy, you're going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting there. And of course it hits you really hard. Oh, critted. Yep, oh, poison. Perfect. We're doing okay so far.
That was a crit.
Yeah, a couple of the poison and the horse crit. I'm gonna mess around. Okay, we're in the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it just doesn't reset its stats, we might be able to pull this off. Thankfully, more Pico in the dark mode, so that Mind Storm shouldn't have hurt it at all. You drain.
Well, that'll keep you healed.
Yeah, I'm going to be Giga draining the rest of this fight. Oh, or not.
Uh-oh.
Let's go for that max overgrowth.
So your mind, that won't just heal you, it'll heal it too.
Yeah, but we're going to do more damage to it than it's going to be getting back, especially with poison.
That's fair.
Look at those giant wings.
That's a really big butterfly.
Yeah. Is that the G-Max version?
Yes, it is.
I get another turn. I have to see if it has the G-Max move. I wasn't paying attention.
Didn't have any bug moves?
Yes.
And it would have a G-Max move.
Now I feel like I should have used it to show everybody off. Uh-oh. That's 2.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got it! Didn't even get a chance to use my move. Score 1 for poison, everybody. Let's see. Let's try a dust ball. We're in a cave. Come on. All right, we got it.
There you go.
It's a shame to pass up on a starter, but none of them are ghost or ice. But you get a choice to grab a legendary, you always grab the legendary.
No, Joe.
Even if we're not going to be using the legendary in our teams, it's just that's common sense.
I was like, grab it while you can anyway.
And now for the Dignus. Hang on, I recognize you. Are you here for a Dynamax Adventure 2? Wicked! Guess we're on the same wavelength. I'm Peonia. Nice to properly meet you. What about you? What's your name?
Uh-oh.
What a perfect name for you. It really suits you. So is my dad on his way here too? I haven't seen him. Has he got turned around and wound up back in the entrance? Listen, sorry for using you to distract my old man back there. He's as stubborn as a mudbray. Things go all right after I left? What? You beat my old man? You sure pulled a blinder there. He used to be a gym leader, you know. Even on holiday. He's no pushover. You know, my dad was going mad with excitement for this trip. He kept going on about how he planned for us to check out the local legends on this super intense adventure tour, or adventure, as he calls it. But I mean, come on, what girl my age would be caught dead doing some nap thing like that with her dad? I can think of at least a few. That sounds like fun.
It does.
Listen, I'm not a girl, so I can't speak. Angel, would you care to comment on whether are you Team Peony or Team Peony on this situation?
Honestly, I would have loved doing stuff like that with my dad. But then I'm a daddy's girl.
But if your dad acted like Peony,
okay, there might be some resistance, but it would still be fun.
all right. So we're saying she's just being a little bratty. Besides, I really fancy having more battles with Dynamax Pokemon. Ah, the thrill of battling one of those massive towering Pokemon. Just thinking about it gets me pumped. You know what? I've just had a thought. You're a pretty fierce trainer, right? Then I bet you can handle taking my place on my old man's adventure. You're right, it does. It's a brilliant idea, if I do say so myself. He's so hyped up about all this, it'd be a shame to just leave him on his own. And who knows, you could end up running into a legendary Pokemon. How about I meet back up with you two after I've had my own fun in the Max Lair? Well then, enjoy your twosome tour of legends. Tell my old man the deal and all that. Your sister's much more well-behaved.
Very much so.
Oi.
It doesn't help that he doesn't listen either.
No, he doesn't. And like her sister, she tries to get others to do her work for her. We see problem happen here. Poor gentleman has been injured. After much kicking and screaming, I brought him back here. Get some smelling salts.
Yep.
It hurts. It ultra mega hurts. Nia, where's my darling Nia? What happened? This fine gentleman appears to have tripped on a rock and struck his head. Adventures aren't to be taken lightly. Learn that firsthand now. Not first head, not first hand, yeah. I was just checking to see if my little girl was behind some rocks, and look how I ended up. Behind some rocks? Is your daughter a roly-poly, sir? There we go. I'm up. No little bump's gonna keep me down long. That kip's got me feeling right as rain. How about it then, lad? Did you find my darling Nia? Well, here's how it went. You don't say. So my dear Nia is set on staying away till she's had her fill of this Dynamax adventure stuff. She wants the two of us to go ahead and get cracking with the grand Peony adventure. You know, I burned the candle at both ends, working out the best itinerary I could for my dear Nia's sake. I guess she's at that age where she doesn't want her old man tagging along all the time. Trying to press her to doing what I want to do probably won't win me any Dad of the Year awards. Right then. What's your name, kid? Cheers, Oreo. My name's Peony. Wait, already told you so? Gahaha. Well, that's twice as nice to meet you. Let's have ourselves a smashing adventure, and my dear Nia will be itching to join the fun. That's an ultra mega great response. Just what I was hoping to hear. We're going to have ourselves a real treat of a legendary Pokemon hunt. So that's decided. Now then, Oreo, let's get ourselves to Freezington. It's a town just a short ways off. Time for a strategic plan and meeting for Peony's adventure. I'll fill you in on the details once you get there. I say let us
reconvene.
Post haste. Ha! Hold your leg. Can you imagine if I actually talked like that? Well, yeah, I mean, I get it. At least he understands and doesn't try to force her along. Once she understands she's very clear about her needs. So good on him for doing that. But at the same time, I feel bad for him. He really went that far into this, and she couldn't just, go along.
Compromise, even.
Maybe see legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, she could have met him in the middle.
Like, do an adventure, go to a raid. Do an adventure, go to a raid.
Yep. That would have been smart.
Off he trumbles. Comment in the chat. Are you Team Peony or Team Peonia? Let us know. Hey, are you? Tiny mushroom.
10 of beans.
How are we doing on time?
Just under an hour.
Alright, now, because I mentioned he used to be a trainer, look, there's his card. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is a man full of confidence. And if you want to take a second or pause it, there's the information about background on this guy.
Thankfully, that's the only time you actually have to battle him. But later on, there is the option to battle him again.
And he'll have more Pokemon.
Yes.
Alright. As you can see, again, well, that's a normal, but there are tons of ice types here to catch.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe once we've got our tournament team up to snuff, we can go on a bit of a catching spree. We're people on a mission here. Welcome to a very snowed-in town.
No joke.
Hello, hello. What do we have here? Another visitor? I'm the mayor of this fair town of Freezington. Let's say it's a surprise to have visitors arriving in our out-of-the-way town one after another. Might you be here to learn about the legend of the King of the Bountiful Harvests as well? Sure. Never mind, it hardly bears asking. After all, there's very little otherwise to attract visitors to our sleepy little corner of the region. Sir, you've got a ginormous bird tree at the southern end. You've clearly marked out shrines to Reggie Giants. You are underselling yourself. You need to talk to like a marketer. Bit of a shame. People come all this way to investigate what turns out to be a mere fairy tale. Since you made the journey, I must offer you this Freezington specialty as a memento. Oat-neck sweatshirt. Blazoned with the likeness of the King's Bountiful Harvest. It hasn't sold quite as well as we'd hoped. We get a fair number left over. The illustration is based on an extremely ancient account of the King's appearance, hence the unusually sized head. But we thought it might make the design a touch more hip, as they say. If you'd like to see what the king really looks like, I suggest you take a look at the statue by the fields in the center of our village. By the way, while you're here in the Crown Tundra, feel free to let your lead Pokemon of it go and take it for a stroll. Well, for now. Wait! Over here, Oreo. He even made a big old custom flag. I'm just saying, everybody.
Oh, yeah. He could have tried to work out a compromise with her, even. But, yeah.
And I'm sorry, look, that is clearly missing something. You can tell.
Pretty obvious, yeah.
You know, and I never really looked at it before, but if you look at it, I would say it definitely more closely resembles a ghost than the ice version. Especially that tail.
Yeah, it definitely does resemble the ghost type, doesn't it?
Yeah, far more than the ice type. Here you are. This pokey little place will be our lodgings. But, as of this moment, it's also something far more important, our base camp. I know, not much of a base camp, is it? Still, we've got to give it a proper air of importance, haven't we? Now, enough faffing about, Oreo. Let me tell you about what the Pony Exploration team is after. Around here, they got a fair few strange and mysterious legends. For example, a huge-headed Pokemon known as the King of Bountiful Harvests. Not to mention, a massive red tree where legendary flying Pokemon gather. And furthermore, these great hulking dot-faced giants that sleep in some ruins or something. etc. See what I mean? This place just bursted with juicy legends. We're not stopping until we've found just how much truth they've got to them. There you have it. We are the Peony Exploration Team. That is our grand, noble, magnificent goal. Of course, if I had my way, I'd be doing this with my darling Nia. But who knows? They say even chancy greetings can lead to blissful friendships. So here's to a grand adventure expedition, Chief Oriole. Obviously. Look, what do you think would happen if the two of us went gallivanting off together? My dear Nia would come along for our grand emotional reunion, find this place empty. Just the thought of it. My own darling daughter sitting here alone in this room, waiting for her papa. Ah, nope, not on my watch. I'd never let that happen. I'll be to hold down the fort, Chief. And you get the pleasure of being the expedition chief. Which brings me to this. Go on, have it. Suiting up.
Certainly a proper outfit for the area.
Look at that. Fits you like a glove. I brought some spare uniforms. My dear Nia would have a few to change into. So there's enough to give you one. If you ever need to change or have a kit, by all means, head into the bedroom back here. I got some different colored scarves in there, so switch it up if you fancy a bit of style. Here, have these two. Legendary Clue 1. About the King of the Bountiful Harvests. He already wrote it up and an old photo's attached to it. There's a fairy tale in Freezington about the legendary Pokemon known as the King of the Bountiful Harvests. In the legend, the king is said to wear a massive crown on its head, but the wooden statue near the fields in the middle of the village shows no sign of such a crown. And if you look at the picture, that looks like the statue outside, but it's missing something.
Mm-hmm.
A broccoli head. Legendary Clue 2. Legend of Giants, written by Peony, and unique drawings. Unique drawings indeed. So far, far into the giant's bed lies a temple where the giant of stone sleeps. On the temple's door are strange words. Let the one earth change one. The door remains firmly shut. They're like kids drawing. You don't,
So he's not much of an artist.
yeah, artist is not your skill, Bucko. Sunken into the side of snow side slope. That's a temperature.
No, slide slope.
That's what I said. Snow slide slope. Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, no joke.
Lies a temple where the giant of ice sleeps. On the temple's door are strange words. Law to give living stall of snow. The door remains firmly shut. Here where green meets snow, giant's bed, lies a temple where the giant of steel sleeps. The temple's door are strange words. Let out, don't lock, giant steel. Remains firmly shut. On the distant path of 3-Point Pass lies a temple where 2 giants sleep. On the temple's door are strange words. We re door I'll be e. Door remains firmly shut. Now, legendary clue number 3. Legend about the bird Pokemon, written by Peony and has a unique drawing. Oh dear. Peony, like, I feel like I know you're doing this for your daughter, but maybe you should have had her draw. Maybe she could have drawn better.
Yeah, so he's not an artist.
Maybe it would have got sparked interest for her, who knows. When the sun reaches its zenith, it shines directly down upon a great tree with leaves that seem to burn. It is there that the legendary wings come to roost. Our legendary clues are meticulously compiled, hours of dedicated telewatching. First off, why not have a look at that clue about the King of the Bountiful Harvests? Seems like this king's bond with its loyal steed, or whatever you call it, run property. If I had named this expedition, I'd call it The Sacred Bonds of Sovereign and Steed. There's a great big statue of it bang in the middle of the village. So its head isn't as massive as in my notes. Alright, I think I knocked this one up. You want to change back into your usual clothes? You know what? We'll keep this on for right now. Never get a bit turned around. Come on back to the base camp anytime. Can't miss it. Just look for the Adventurer and Crew flag I stuck out front. Handmade by yours truly. Anyway, I suppose that's that. Let the grand adventure begin. Have a smashing time out there. Let's change our armband. Different color. Let's make it.
Oops.
Oh, I accidentally picked the wrong color.
You picked on grass.
No, I don't want to pick the Pokemon.
Oops.
Yeah, we're gonna make it ghost type. Exploration team's colors, I assume, red.
Yeah, it's kind of a reddish orange, I would say. So that's me. There you go.
There we go. And just like that, Tundra is ours to explore. So you got a big old cherry tree down there, and you can't do anything with that. Y'all are just not creative enough. Just saying.
Obviously, art isn't his strongest suit. He's a good battler, though.
And the people that are left in the town can't be thinking of it. I'm just not thinking of it. Alright, let's take another look. Feels like it's missing something. Yeah, it's missing something. I'll take some carrots. Eight pieces of ore, huh? I don't know. Do I have 8 pieces of ore? Yeah, I have 12. Sure. Bag of carrots. Good to know. Don't plant it in the village's fields. Those are for your own stuff. Got it. There's the mayor. Bet you I look at it. Definitely saw some items. Might have picked up. Yeah, you're complete. You don't want to. Firelight, you're up. We'll have to fight our way through these guys, maybe. Is another piece of charcoal, lovely.
Fire types will find that handy.
All right, now we only have one fire type. Well, no, I take that back. We have a set. We do have the Marowak that's ghost fire.
Mm-hmm.
How did I forget about you? I'm gonna have to bring you in.
Come here.
So clearly, Firelight and the Marowak are going to be doing the heavy lifting for 62. Oh, trying to solar beam me, are ya?
Oh, it needs to die for that.
Oh, it's gonna.
Yeah, I had a couple that tried to solar beam me.
Alright.
Yeah, they got a kick to the face.
Okay. Quick little reordering. Much as Suicune is an awesome legendary from Hoenn, I think it's Hoenn, or it's a Johto.
I do not know. And
I don't know either. It is not a ghost. So sadly, bench.
yeah.
Let's see, who to take out? Who's gonna be least? Probably water types.
Yeah, at this point, Siren wouldn't be much help.
Anything that doesn't have an ice type thing is going to get smacked while we're fighting these icers. So a lot of the ghosts are going to have to temporarily take a back seat.
And that person's ice type.
Ice water. But we'll do this for now. And as people get to their level, we get them up to their level caps, we will
Rotate them in.
Shuffle in. While we do story and do a little bit of exploring. Let's see, we talked to everybody in town? No, we didn't talk to you. The village may not be the liveliest place, but do have a relaxing state in Jordan. Seriously, people. You go at main access to the main area. It's not that hard to get there. There's work to be had. Hello, Eevee girl. Dude. So yes, you can talk to the Eevee girl if you don't want the Pokemon following you around. Talk to her and you can turn that off. Floofy. To bring outside the village and bring it home. You know, so when I found Floofy, that other strange Pokemon began appearing in Tundra. Never seen a Pokemon like Floofy before. Find a dependable trainer. Listen, you guys have played Sun and Moon, you know what Floofy is. And then if you haven't, well, that's all I'm going to say on the matter. We'll play more Pokemon. 2. Utility Umbrella. Protects from rain and harsh sunlight. Need something that protects from sandstorms. That would be more helpful. Well, I guess that's what the goggles are.
Yep.
Alright, this isn't in here. There's nobody here. You're out here yourself? Okay, you're just chilling by yourself. Don't be any problem leaving a Pokemon just to run wild. What could go wrong? Here. That's Q. Here we got anything? Candy. And a TM. Or TR. Thumb shot. Good one. I think that's everybody? Question mark? Can I talk to you? The youngins have gone off to live in the big city. Tough for us old folks getting by with only our Pokemon. Okay. You know what? I understand that a little bit. Fine. Oh. What did you got? Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt to catch some more Pokemon. Yep. Moo Milk. Lava Cookie. Basically, it's the Lava Cookie is a cheaper equivalent of the Heal All Total Restore.
Hmm.
Then buy a big pearl. You need to sell big pearl. So I'm not entirely sure
Not sure
what
what
the
point of
return
that
is. Can
Yeah.
you sell it for more than what you buy it for? I don't
I
know.
don't know. Maybe it's still on site if he wants a big pearl.
Maybe. Alright, that being said, you guys just watch us beat up a bunch of Pokemon for an hour. It's gonna be boring. Let's clearly take what the game was pointing at us, hinting at us, that whole Hey Chief, my pillow's caught your eye, eh? Pillow. Okay, listen here, Chief. I've got some wisdom moves for it. You can put your head on it, have a kip, and a pillow. Fortunately, I went and left my favorite pillow back at home. So I went to have a look around town for something to rest my head on. Found this out back behind the inn. Now, considering it's supposed to clearly where it's supposed to go, does that mean at one point in time somebody behind the inn beheaded the statue and hid it?
Maybe. It's also possible a Pokemon might have come by and knocked it off.
I'm in for one ultra mega comfy sleep tonight, that's for certain. Dude, it's a rock! Or at least wood. Come on, you want me to hand over my ultra mega comfy pillow? That's asking a lot, even coming from you, Chief. That? You think my pillow's got something to do with a legendary Pokemon? Ultra Mega, seriously? This is just some old thing I found. But if you really want it, Chief, who am I to refuse? Alright, go on then, have it. You better make sure you track that legend down. Oh, Peony, we're gonna do so much more than That's what I thought, it's wood. Who would sleep on a big brown wooden thing and be comfortable? Part of it seems to be chipped, meant to be part of it. Let's see. One crown should fit right on it. And pop! There you go. Fits perfectly on the statue. Bravo. Looky who we got there. Does it want you to follow it? Statue of the King of Bountiful Harvest. What a large crown it's got.
Mm-hmm.
Also, which of these buildings would you say would be the inn?
When Peony set up the headquarters in, if you read the sign outside, freeze in.
Ah. Yeah, I fixed your statue. You got nothing to say? Fair enough. Reason. Means he found it back behind here somewhere.
Yeah,
Maybe over there?
possibly, yeah.
You get to over there?
Yep. Huh.
Then he found it behind the inn, so it means it was, oh, hello. Bottle cap.
Behind the inn. This is the inn right here.
Yeah. It's super sus that that's where it ended up. Do we agree on that?
Yep.
Super sus.
But the game never explains what happened.
As far as we know, it never explains. Alright, come here, you.
Oh, you found somebody to say hi to.
Yeah. We need to burn it. 64 versus 55. Can we win? Also, 4 times weakness.
Ooh.
Gotta love that 4 times weakness. Beautiful thing. Alright, so that confirmed. The Bombus knows, even though we're very below level, we can one-shot.
Don't mind me while I kick one myself. Although I'm done with basically the stories for pretty much all the areas, I might as well have. I'm having some fun leveling up a team anyway.
I mean, they're no Sharpedos, but they're definitely doing the job.
I mean, Sharpedo maxes out at like 6. I think it was 60 once you're champion.
62, depending on where in the ocean you go.
True. I've had things show up at 65 down here. Not very often, but it does happen.
Look at all those levels. This is the good stuff. Bone Meringue. Signature move.
Get rid of double edge, it sucks.
Normally I would say yes, but Bonehead, it makes you immune to the recoil. Get rid of Bone Rush. So actually, since it's immune to the recoil damage, I've got a really strong move with no downside.
Ah.
As long as the ability doesn't get nerfed.
Hmm.
Oh, here we go! Perfect! In the Crown Tundra, our Frosta, our first ice type we ever caught, is finally evolving.
Well, there you go.
Somebody put a straw in its head. No locks. People believe this Pokemon formed when 2 vanilla stuck together. Its body temperature is roughly 21 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go.
You finally got your evolution.
Yeah. So, who else still needs to be evolved? You need to be evolved. You need to be involved, but you're a whole special
thing. Yeah.
You need to be involved. And you the two both need to be involved. You already are. So squad of 5 here. Everything else, I'd say, is evolved. Yeah. Alright. Well, that'll happen pretty quick. At this point, I think. Alright. Burn, baby, burn. Okay. Right now, we definitely want to try to only fight the Abominable Snow. because due to the level difference, we need that quad weakness to one-shot. Anything in pure ice, sadly, will only be twice as weak. Don't got enough power to one-shot them just yet. We're getting there. So now we're going to be using our Ghost Fire Marowak. I should probably see about if we can give it flamethrower.
Yeah, that would certainly give her something to work with, wouldn't it?
Fire Punch? No, Fire Punch will do though.
Yeah, that'll give her some power.
Yeah, she needs some power too.
Yeah, Flame Wheel isn't very good.
Well, unfortunately, she's more of a physical than a special, and Flame Wheel is physical.
How's Fire Punch?
Oh,
Physical.
Better overall. Ghost Blue, very strong. As much as I love Boomerang, it is a great ground move. It's a great ground move. I think for now, I'm going to have to toss it. You need Ghost and Fire.
Give her some power.
Basically. Let's see. What can we do fast? Don't I have Phantom Force?
Have.
You know? Huh, where did I find that TM? I'll hunt it down. That's super unfortunate. I could have sworn I had it. I have to look up where you get that TM.
And do.
I remember picking it up on one of the routes, but maybe not. They're not there. Oh well. Dash.
Now, what TM was that?
I don't know the number. It's just called it's Phantom Force.
Oh, Phantom Force. That I needed to know.
You probably have it. You can get the number. Kidding.
I can get the number, sure, but it doesn't tell me where I got it.
There you
Ah. You won't be able to get it till later.
Why?
Slumbering Well.
There?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
During the revisit.
Unfortunate, but we can wait. We're almost there then.
Yeah, I don't know if you can go back in there before becoming champion.
Yeah, we can. For story reasons, we gotta go all the way through it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Before we fight Leon, we have to fight Hop and Company.
Yes.
And what's her name? Oleana.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess Oleana would be the next boss on Leon, am I right?
Yeah.
So what's Oleana's Pokemon? What's her strongest Pokemon?
52.
Oh, well, in that case...
Yeah, it's a much lower bar to pass for now.
Yeah, that's not horrible.
Oh, hey! Sorry, we didn't see you in chat there, Blaze.
Hi there, Blaze. Well, welcome to the stream, and Litten is a very good fire type.
That is true.
It's no ghost or ice type, so we won't be using it, but
it is a very good fire type.
Yeah. I know, well, you say your favorite type is fire. Do you have a favorite ghost or ice type as well, or you just don't care about anything that's on fire? Oh, we're still not even have our Pokemon at only 100 level. Only one or two of them already.
Yeah.
Let's see, what was her number again, you said?
52 is her best.
52 is her best.
I'd say 55 would be safe.
Well, let's see. Yeah, some of these are 50s, some of these are 40s. It's a much closer level to reach.
Yeah.
So, alright. We'll change a plan. Instead of leveling up to fight Leon, we'll level up to fight a Leon.
Which will easily get you past Hop and Marnie. Because both of them, their best is 49.
Crown. Yes, that's strength. Sure. Roll on. You know, the fact that the horses appear in Scarlet Violet but not Calyrex here, that doesn't bode well for how canonically the Tundra turns out.
Yeah, that is a shame.
It sounds a lot like he gets separated from it. Huh?
Yeah. And they go to a completely different region without him.
That's sad.
That is. At least you get to catch the horses.
And jump. Kakiki, you did good. You held in there long enough for me to get Firelight back.
That'll help. Right? Good thing.
It critted.
Oh no.
No, you're really not up for this, but you're gonna have to be, Marowak. Tank it like a boss. Punch that guy. Live.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh, it healed me.
Ha!
Well, thanks.
Oh, you finally got it.
Yep, barely. We definitely need to go heal after that.
Mm-hmm.
Crown, crown, round, crow. Round, round, crown. Did you have fun? Right round, crown around. Crown, round. Recrown, crow, crown. Round, recrown. Oi, oi, what's up? I heard a big ruckus coming out here. What's this now, Chief? Were you having a Pokemon battle? Huh? What a massive noggin! Crow, crown, crown. Well, what's this? Ag! Eh? Ah, yes, a sturdy body, just as I expected. It doesn't mind that I make use of it for the time being. Oh, I see you grasped the situation already. Very astute of you. I am Calyrex. I am the one known as the King of the Bountiful Harvests. I have borrowed this man's body in order to thank you in person, so to speak. Indeed, there are no words to adequately express my gratitude toward you for restoring my statue. Days long past, I reigned over these lands as king. Humans offered me their loyalty and respect, and I was able to bring lush vegetation to the land and give them plentiful harvests year after year. However, it seems that over many, many years, the people of this land have forgotten my existence. They used to make offerings to me every year, but even that tradition has long since been lost to the ravages of time. You see, it is the faith of the people that grants me strength. Now, I have lost all but a fraction of my former power. Even my loyal steed is abandoned. However, you were kind enough to restore my statue. That act has returned some strength to me, at least enough to speak to you by borrowing the body of another. Now, kind-hearted human child, I have a favor to ask of you. I must know once and for all whether the people have truly forgotten about me. You to speak to the villagers and ask if they remember the King of the Bountiful Harvest. I've tried asking them myself, you understand. They treated me like some sort of fairy tale creature, flew into a wild panic at the sight of me. Apparently none of them are good at catching Pokemon other than the ones that are already tamed. Please, kind-hearted king, I beg you to help. Updated our notes. Calyrex appeared once I placed the crown on the statue of the King of the Bountiful Harvest. Calyrex can apparently speak to humans by taking over a person's body. Yonis, in this case. Now I need to gather more information on the King of the Bountiful Harvest from the people of the village. Floating in the air and glowing. Is he gonna be okay? Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying, is he gonna be okay? I really, really, really need to go heal him. As you can see, I'm super under level for the area, but we're making do. We're making do. Now let's start talking to people. Huge tracts of land, so to speak. Want to know about the King of the Bountiful Harvests? All I can tell you is its name. I think it was called Calvin, or was it Callista? Wow, not even close.
Aww.
King of the Bountiful Harvest? I used to believe it was real, you know. I told that if I made mischief in the fields, the king would steal my body away. Pokemon King? Oh sure, my grand used to tell me stories about it all the time when I was a kid. An old fairy tale, that. I'm rather busy doing nothing right now. Uh-huh. King of the Bountiful Harvests? Well, if it exists, why doesn't it heal the land around here so we can grow crops for a change? Maybe make an offering to it, dummy. It's not gonna do nothing for free. How about you? Do I remember the King of the Bountiful Harvests? Why, of course I do. It's only the main tourist attraction of our lovely Freezington, after all. I imagine we would see more visitors if only the king were real. There you go. You're a fairy tale, you're not real. You're all a bunch of doubting Judases. Ah, human child, I trust you're able to speak with the villagers. How was it? Did they say anything about me? I think you were a fairy tale. As I expected, nobody truly believes that I am real. The people of this land have indeed forgotten the bond they once shared with me. Oh no, of course I'm not grieving. I'm the king of bountiful harvests, after all. I know better than to count on humans to. This proves beyond doubt that I cannot simply rely on human faith if I want my powers to return. If only my loyal steed were to return to me, I would regain something of what I've lost. Yes, the four-legged Pokemon that used to ride all across the land. The very same Pokemon in my statue in the village shows me riding. Alas, though in ancient times we spent many days together, dashing through the valleys, over the mountains of the land, my power waned, and I was forced to part ways with it. Now, I know not where it may be. Even if we should succeed in locating my loyal steed, I have my doubts as to whether it has remained, well, loyal. I have lost so much power. Perhaps the villagers know something about my currently not so loyal steed. Being your dead if you could speak to the head of the village on my behalf. If you're able to find any information at all, I ask you to let me know. Off he goes. Snort! Ah! Huh? Chief? Massive noggin! Oh, wait, no, that's normal. Falling asleep where I stood. Sorry about that, Chief. Still, I feel strange, like my body's not quite my own. Guess I'll head back to base and get some rest. Besides, it's freezing out here. Doesn't even get to know what he did. Alright, talk to the mayor. Mayor's not home at the moment. He went to have a look at the fields in the giant's bed. So look for him if you're in a hurry. Fields on the giant bed are to the southeast of the village. Go through Crosspoint Field and just keep going to the left. Okay. Okay on time.
Hour and a half in.
Alright, down we go. Wild Eevee.
Yep. So if you got an ice stone, you have your ice type evolution. Glaceon.
Might even just find a wild Glaceon out and about somewhere.
It's possible.
First and foremost, let's see if we can catch the little guy. Girl. Little girl.
There it is. Eevee.
Oh, you see Eevee too?
Yep.
I assume it's the same Eevee, and therefore you can't do anything
No, actually, it's wandering around just fine to me.
about it. Okay. We'll use a backup if we can't find a real Glaceon.
Mm-hmm. Mine's a boy. and decided it didn't want to mess with my Jessie.
Temporarily there. You find a real glacier, you're going into non-icers. Alright, off we go. Oh, Pokeball. Natural vibe. Very helpful. Good. Need that Pokeball. That spot. Where are you?
Who, me? I just wandered into Giant's bed myself.
Oh, I'm looking for the mayor. Oh, found a Snorlax.
Yep, he's usually hanging out there. Aslian's sword is a stone journer, not a Snorlax.
More unfortunately, not ice or ghost.
Nope. Normal.
Won't get caught because he's my favorite Pokemon. There's the mayor. Ah, this field was no good either. Soil is barren, no crop could possibly grow here now. Perhaps the lands of the Crown Tundra are truly beyond hope. What's this? Oh, our dear visitor. What brings you here? You want to learn about the loyal steed of the King of the Bountiful Harvests? Hardly the place for story time. Sent to my home in Freezington. It's better to have a nice chat in the warmth, after all. Please visit whenever you're ready. I'll be waiting. Alright, so Sparkly.
Oh, there's plenty of them around here.
I had a little bit of extra lore for you people. If you find these little pillars, pedestals, it gives you more of the history.
Yep.
Before long, the ruffian had bent its knees to the king and become its loyal steed. Our people's faith in the king grew firm and unwavering. Our ancestors built a temple around the sacred sapling, atop a tall mountain, to give the king a worthy home. Moreover, they crafted a set of reins to let the king command his proud steed with ease. Sounds like we're at the middle of the story bit. Maybe we'll try to track the whole story. That's not. Are you wild? Whoop, you are wild.
Whoops.
Well, alrighty then.
Mirror match. Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna throw the ball.
And hope you catch it.
Got it.
Hey! Got lucky.
Yep, that could have went sideways.
Alright. Ghost on ghost action? Oof.
We got a lot of leveling up for that. Uproar, dude.
Aw, that's just an Umbreon.
You know, but there's an interesting point about this. Let me pull up the map to show you guys what I'm talking about. So there's that big red tree we saw, right? Down here at the bottom. And at the very top, we've got... Not that far up. Basically an ice tree with no leaves on it whatsoever. Top to bottom. Very different. Some kind of weird symbolism in that. And that looks like more like a tree that's full of life than the one that supposedly is tied to the King of the Bountiful Harvest.
Yeah. Careful, there's a lot of poison types wandering around.
Ghostfire's not super worried about poison. Now go talk to the mayor. See what's happened to the statue of the King of Bountiful Harvest? Its head has become massive. Say that's the way the king's supposed to look? Now that you mention it, it does resemble the design on our town souvenir shirts. But you speak as if you've seen the king with your own two eyes. That statue's been broken to die with a child. Of course, you wanted to learn about the royal steed of the King of the Bountiful Harvest. I don't know why you'd be interested in such things, but come on, follow me. Here's a question for you, everybody. This is a world where people know Pokemon exists. They know legendary Pokemon exist. This is a known, accepted fact. They're living with Pokemon right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, nobody in town could possibly think, oh, maybe the King of the Bountiful Harvest was a Pokemon, and therefore maybe that Pokemon might still be around, and maybe we should go look for it. You know?
Yeah, no logic there. Go figure.
An old book I read long ago said that the king's royal steed was particularly fond of a certain vegetable. For some reason what it used to be. Can't recall exactly what the steed so desired. Search on the bookshelf over there if you want to find out more. Now, I want you guys to know there are a lot of very fun and interesting books here. Like how to do the Freezington Snow Samba and all that fun stuff. But right now, this is the one we want. Horse Pokemon gave over power to serve the king and carry it hither and thither. We became one for a time, combining our strength to create a forest in a single night. This proud steed had been a wild thing once, ravaging the village crops and causing much woe. The king in his greatness brought this fierce creature to heel and secured its loyalty. Breach among us who claims the steed's hide was black as midnight gloom. Ghosts appear. There is another who claims it was white as a block of solid ice. None alive can now say which is the truth. Carrots grown in the Crown Tundra have unusual growth habits. Grown beneath heaped snow, hardy roots develop into ice root, but if they are grown close to where souls have laid the rest, shade root carrots. Favorite treat for many ghost and ice-type Pokemon. According to the old fairy tales, the steed that the King of the Bountiful Harvest rode upon will have both of these varieties, or perhaps one or the other. Records seem to contradict one another, while some stories pointing to a white steed delighting in ice root carrots, and others mentioning a black steed devouring shade root carrots. Great. Oh, so they know the king was a great Pokemon, a great Balrog abundant. Sweep of its right hand, the land would be blanketed in verdant grasses and blossoms. With the left hand, the fruit of the fields would ripen. In the great crown of green, gleaming, the king galloped across the land astride his proud steed. Their buds would burst forth from the soil and ripen. Yeah, I'm just saying, maybe offer a tribute again. Maybe shit would change, things would happen. Okay, bye-bye. By the way, everybody can see what you're doing because of like.
Yeah.
Time to check in.
Well, I'm catching stuff. What else is new? I've also been beating stuff up.
So I see. Here we go. Crown. Oh, hey there, Chief. I had a feeling someone called me. Was it you? Huh? Ferg. Human child, were you able to find something out about my loyal steed? Sure. So you found out something that my loyal steed could not resist? So long since we rode together that I've completely forgotten. This information may be able to lure my loyal steed to me yet, so tell me, what is it my loyal steed would find so irresistible? Yes, I remember now. Even back when we were together, it would leap at any chance to eat up some kind of crop. The thing I had to restrain. Back, that crop must have been carrots. I'm in your debt. What we must do now is clear. If we were able to find carrots somewhere, it should be but a trifle to lure my loyal steed back to me. Humans of the village grow. Yeah, got seeds. We got seeds. Do you have carrot seeds? That strange bag contains the seeds of carrots. But never stopped adapting and evolving. It's constantly made by ingenuity. And yet, the fields of this village simply won't do. They're not suited to growing carrots. If we could find rich soil, I could use my power to grow the crops we need. Where might we find soil suited to growing these crops in this tundra? Scanning. Ah, I see two spots that might suit our needs. One is a field covered in pristine snow. Another spot fielded by gravestones, where those who moved on are laid to rest. Either of those locations should allow me to use my powers and grow the carrots we need. Use a field and plant those seeds. Poor Peony. Snort. What now? I seem to be getting in the habit of falling asleep outside. Guess it just goes to show that holding down the fort ain't that easy. You take care of yourself, Chief. Don't overdo it. Yeah, okay. Updating our clues. Upon hearing that I was able to find carrot seeds, Calyrex told me about two fields where I can grow the snow carrots. I need to pick either the field covered in snow or the field covered by graves and plant the seeds. So yes, you can get an ice or ghost type. It's virtually you have to pick one and only one though.
Mm-hmm.
Nani. Sing that song about the King Steed Pokemon. Of course, my dear. Ice root carrots, cold as ice, munched all up by the bully and white. Shade root carrots, dark as doom, crunched by the bully with a ghostly gloom. Make sure you eat your veggies too, just like the Pokemon in the song. Yes, Nan. Okay. Well, like I was saying, you can only get the ice type or the ghost type. You cannot have both in the same run, unfortunately.
Not be the OT of both, anyway.
You have. There is the thought we could bring in an ice. Yeah, I'll get the ghost type one. I'm letting you guys know that right now. I'm getting the ghost for. Mostly strictly based on the fact that I think of the two types, I think the ghost one looks closest to the statue.
Yeah.
Personal opinion. But if you guys are so interested, let us know. And I wouldn't be opposed to bringing in the ice type force from a different playthrough, just so we'd have both to play with. We have all the badges, so it's not a matter of it listening. It's just only one can be used with Calyrex. To my knowledge, there's no way to switch it.
Well, there is a way to change Calyrex to the other horse. You just can't have more than one Calyrex on the horse at the same time.
So if you have both horses, Calyrex can switch between the two on the same profile?
Yes.
I didn't think you could do that.
He can.
Oh, well, I learned something today.
I've pulled that trick. Because you did send me the other horse at one point on a different playthrough, and I was able to swap back and forth.
Oh, okay. You know, I learned something, everybody.
Yep, you just have to separate Calyrex from the horse. Oop. And I just bumped into an elephant.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. First, we'd have to even get Calyrex.
Yes.
But alright, we'll keep that in mind. Pumpkaboo, when do you evolve? You're already a level 50. Evolved by now. Alright, Mr. Ghost Dragon, come here. Dragon Pulse.
You have to trade Pumpkaboo to get it to evolve.
That's why it's not evolved.
It's a trade evolution.
Ah.
However, if you go up by Hammerlock, usually there is a wild Gorgeist hanging around. If you don't want to do the trade evolution.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I have.
Well, we're running up on time. If you're willing, we can do a quickie trade. And the stream with a trade.
Let me get out of this grassy area. Sure, we can do a quick trade.
Die on me. Get in the ball.
Well, those are stubborn. Uh-oh.
No, it's only been used as the one move, and it's a normal type move. So.
You gotta love it when that happens, huh?
It's very convenient. There we go. Stealth Pokemon.
Well, that got you another ghost.
It did. This should be... Oh, look, there's a Trevenant, a fully evolved one running around.
Uh-huh. That's another trade evolution, as I recall.
Yeah. Should be the garden we're looking for to plant the seed around here somewhere. Go away, go away, go away. Yeah, the old cemetery.
Yep.
And here, aha!
We're actually having trouble trying to find it.
I knew I'm in the right spot. I just couldn't find the way in.
Ah.
You're nowhere near me. You weren't helping. Got a ball. Wait.
Could have said something. I would have come back.
Another pedestal. Or not. This is one of the fields. Yeah, we'll put the seeds here. I see you reach one of the fields. You plant the seeds in this field, shade root carrots will grow. So long that my memory is hazy, but I believe my loyal steed would often partake of this sort of vegetable. If shade roots are what my steed preferred, it must have been the ghost type, mustn't it? Most vexing that I can't recall. Suppose we will see. Ask but once more. Yeah? Are you sure? Yeah, we're sure. Very well. Plant the seeds. Big dig. Ha ha ha! Very good, very good. You have an able hand for working with soil. Yeah, my mom's a farmer. Now then, I did my part. Let me show you my powers. Row, row, row. Row, row, row. Row around. Do the samba. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Doink! Ah, ah. Planted so many seeds, yet my powers can only get one to grow. To think that I have fallen so low, it truly breaks my heart. But soon it will be time to bid my sorrow farewell. Human child, I must ask you to pull the shade root carrot free with all your might. 1 sec, we need lore. November 30th. Wheat sploosh once more around our village. Rich soil began to spread. Vast lands lay open for farming once more. Village folk began to call the visitor keeping appreciation. They'd long been plagued by a ruffian that ran rampant through the fields, devouring crops as a fleas. But the king in full power spoke to us in their human tongue and brought him the rain. Brought him the... So I want to grab the shine. Stardust. Stop. Let's pluck the carrot. Blood to it. Oh! Grab a shade root carrot. Really looking thing. Kind of long and thin. Hold on, human child. Carrot will be the key to luring my loyal steed back to me. All I need are the reins of unity. It will amplify my power, letting me ride my loyal steed with ease. I doubt I shall ever get another set of humans in the village. And speak of the ghost. Play. What? Spectrator, my loyal steed, is it truly you? That glossy black pelt, that rough, violent gallop. Not changed the day we first met. Oh, this brings back memories. Shrem, shrem. I believed that while my steed picked up on the scent of the carrot, could not determine where the scent was coming from. Judging from the direction I ran off in, it must have been headed to the village. And carrot's there. Freezington is in danger. We must make haste. Alex is able to grow a shade root carrot from a seed I planted in the field by the graves. The scent of the carrot lured Spectre out, but it ran off toward Freezington. Yeah. Troubles, troubles, troubles.
In abundance.
Have you cleaned up all the items here already?
I'm working on it. There's still a couple sparkles that I hadn't gotten.
Alright, for the sake of time, because we're running low on time here, I'm going to warp right back to town. And it occurred to me we're probably about to go fight this thing. Let's see.
Yep, and it's a very strong ghost type.
You need to go out. I don't know if we can take it. Our line is by far our strongest, just barely hitting 60. Ghost's only other weakness is dark, I think.
Yes. You don't have any strong dark types, do you? Uh-oh.
Time to do some really strong off-camera leveling, people.
Go after it next time. Yeah, you've got a couple good dark types there. They just need some attention.
Oh no, we're going to take one chance. See if Firelight can pull off a win for us.
Better save first.
No, I'm worried about... Kagiki is 56. Nope. Try our best, people. Let's do it.
that you didn't think you'd beat Peony. See if you can do it again.
Stop! Play. Rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Check the air out, Peter. Play. After the shade root carrot. 75.
Whoa.
Let's start off with a good old-fashioned shadow ball. First off, it's going to hex me. Whoa, hung in there. Oh, you toughed it out for me. Good job.
Firelight loves you.
See if we can return the favor.
Oof.
Almost. Okay, you need to get out. Kagiki, you're up. Yeah, let's see if you can tank a shadow ball. Nope.
Aww.
Level 75 is an awfully bigger gap to hold on to. Rim
It is, yeah.
Special attack rose. Everybody's even lower than that.
Uh-oh.
Alright, well, Daragon, you're up. X isn't as strong as Shadow Ball, but 20 levels is a really big gap to overcome.
It is, and you're... Ouch. That's a problem.
I know it's a problem.
You can revive somebody, maybe? Oh. I'm gonna try for chip damage.
It worked before, but yes, I'm gonna have Yetta just do a tank.
Or try.
Max Potion Firelight up. See if, hang in there, buddy!
Ooh,
No.
nope. You
Yeah.
couldn't take it.
Couldn't take it, but
Ooh.
got the snow going, which is half the fight. Firelight's up, and I think we were able to get a move off. If anybody can survive a move from this ghost monster, it's gonna be Firelight. Come on, boy.
It tries Thrash. That's a normal move.
Aha!
You got lucky.
Gotcha.
Ooh. Way to go. You really got lucky.
Mm-hmm. No.
Nightshade is good.
No, that's only gets stronger with your high level. Your swipe's also good.
Nobody else in the village sees either the horse or Calrex.
Well, they gotta see the horse because they react to it.
Okay, that's fair. But they still don't believe in Calrex.
Around. I mean, they're practically reenacting the old stories right here.
Yeah.
But they just refuse to believe. They're old fuddy-duddies. If there was a kid watching this, they'd say, "Oh, it's the king!"
Yeah.
You alright? Yes. I feel like something stepped in to save me. Yeah, he was too far out of the way, so they probably didn't see him do it.
Yeah. That's something very important.
Huh? How's
There
the
you
black
go.
mane hair? Oh, kind visitor, how can I possibly thank you enough for saving the people of this village? I had no idea such a vicious Pokemon still existed in the tundra. Why, it reminded me of that Pokemon in the fairy tales, the loyal steed of the king. I no doubt I'm overthinking things. No, you're not! What is it you have there? A tuft of black maned hair? Fairy tales had said that by weaving the hair of the loyal steed together with a radiant blossom grown by the king, possible to create the reign of unity. The king with its steed. In fact, it was my own ancestors who used to weave the reins of unity, following an ancient tradition passed down over me. Of course, I myself have never seen any kind of radiant flower. The method of making the reins has also been lost to time. In any case, you can't spend all day musing over fairy tales. You must make plans and preparations. That Pokemon may well decide to pay us another visit after all. Thank you very much for your help, kind traveler.
Dummies, a lot of them.
Very much so.
I just don't believe it anymore.
No, they don't. It is really annoying. The one from the fairy tales, it looked very similar to be sure, but don't be doubting. Got this feeling a similar Pokemon wearing a crown stepped in to save us. Ah.
You think?
Come on, people! Festival's over now. Thank you for protecting the village from an awful bully of a Pokemon. Taking good care of my dear Floopy. Sure. Log Check Cosmog. Now, Angel, you'd have to double check for me, but different versions give you a different fully evolved Cosmog. Do either of them have a ghost or ice typing when they're fully evolved?
Yes, they do.
And you, without saying the names, or to be spoilers, can you tell everybody the types that the fully evolved forms to play? It's version exclusive.
Yes. The one in Sword is Steel type. The one in Shield is Ghost type.
Pure Ghost and Pure Steel?
I believe Pure Ghost and Pure Steel. I'd have to check. I haven't fully evolved mine in Shield, or Sword rather. But I have them in Violet, actually.
You haven't fully evolved yours?
No, I needed the Dex entry for home. For the middle evolution.
But at home, or did you bring it back?
Nah, it's in my boxes.
Fully evolved that bad. Alright. We're all healed up. Where are you? Over by the statue. Let's see. Hello.
I should fully evolve this little guy.
You have my thanks for protecting the village, human child. For at my full power, I could have tamed my steed and regained its loyalty. But weakened as I am now, the most I could do was influence its will and make it depart. If only I had the reins of unity, they would have allowed me to tame my steed in short order. Make one. Make a set of reins with mane hair from my loyal steed, and a flower that I can grow. A flower. Yes, but of course. I had assumed the humans stopped making the reins of unity because they had lost their faith in me. I lost the power to grow the material needed. Far too long holding my misguided assumptions. Many centuries since I was able to grow a radiant flower. Doing so drains much of my power. For whatever reason, a fraction of my power seems to have returned to me just now. One thing to be done. Let the radiant flower bloom. Crown Bloomus. Take this, human child. Radiant petal. Tiny single petal. It's shames to be admitted. But a whole flower is beyond me right now. I do not know if that petal will be enough, but I still must ask if you use it to try and create the Rain of Unity. Descendants of the family who once made the rain tree should still live in the village. My hopes on you. Let Peony go home.
Let Peony go inside at least. He should be cold.
Yeah, he's not even getting that hat on when it's like this.
Yeah. Now for another funny scene.
Hello again, savior of our village. Came to do more reading? Beg your pardon, you want me to make a set of the Reigns of Unity? Well, that presents a bit of a problem. My dear great-granddad was still around. He'd have been able to make you a set. But we've got no one left who knows the traditional ways at this point. More doubt you have the flower you need to forge a set. Ooh. Is that a petal from a radiant flower? If so, would that not mean that the king of the bountiful heaven harvests has truly... No, I dare not hope. Come on! Have a little hope. If I recall, my ancestors made the Rain of Unity by following the ways passed down in fairy tales. There were two key materials, a flower and hairs from a Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm afraid those old traditions have long since faded from memory. Still, how can I refuse a favor to such a kind and helpful guest? Materials, if you please. Yep. Can't promise this will turn out as well as the ones my great-granddad would have made, but time to breathe life back into the traditions of my village. Like clack, a sewing machine.
Hey.
I'm afraid it hasn't come out well at all. I fancy myself a crafty enough sort, but I suppose it'd take a craftsman of truly delicate technique to make such fine reins. Somebody who makes flags and clothes for his darling daughter. Please don't look so dejected. I'm very sorry. Truly I am. Wait, Mr. Mayor. Hot water in my shower seems to have gone on holiday. Ah, yes, terribly sorry. I will look at it soon. Oh, you're here too, Chief? Are you in the middle of something? Harry, you seem awful gloomily. Yeah, here's what happened. Not all. What you need to do is make some nice cord. Pass me those materials for a bow. Alright, got my petal, got my hair. What am I supposed to do with it? If I may be so bold, allow me to share a song that survives from the legends. Blossom woven round and round, a royal gift in Maine's hair bound. Steady on, old bloke, that singing's a bit much. Oh well, that'll do for an answer. Yeah. All finished. Have a look. This'll do. That looks good to us. Uh-huh. You're more capable than your face lets on. These Reigns of Unity are the spitting image. Those are my family's tales. Yeah, I don't sew all my dear rebellious daughter's clothes for nothing, you know. Even the explorer's outfit I gave you is handmade by yours truly, Chief. In any case, if you've got the Reigns of Unity you need, then that just smash it. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Yodia, his daughter, is wearing a school uniform, right?
Yep.
Get a better look at that uniform. Does it look like it should be the Paldean uniform?
Seemed like it, but I'll take another look.
Yes, your sewing has saved the day. Yes, it's genuine. You believe it? I caught myself falling asleep outside again. I was chilled to the bone, so I thought I'd warm myself up with a good hot shower on our base. The water coming out was ice cold. Got an ultra mega surprise and... Human child! Be able to make the Reigns of Unity. The Chief did. And has done so much to aid me. I do hope I can repay him sometime. Let him get warm. I have good news of my own. I was finally able to track down my loyal steed. Spectre is making his home in the Crown Shrine, a place where my loyal steed and I spent much time together. Been avoiding the place as I feared I would get trapped in my own nostalgia. Why has my loyal steed made it so? Reminiscing about our time together? No, it can't. It stands majestically atop the mountain to the north. Bring the carrot and the reins of unity and meet me there. Hasten there now, but you may come when you feel you're ready. Counting on you. Date? Using the main hair I got by defeating the Pokemon and the once king's royal steed, along with a radiant petal grown by Calyrex itself, I was able to recreate the Reigns of Unity. Now I need to head to the Crown Shrine, where the steed's been living, to meet up with Calyrex.
Mm-hmm. They could pass for the violet uniform. Looking at Peonia by that for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Might also pass for the blueberry uniform.
Alright, here's what we're going to do.
Oh.
We are out of time, so before we end the stream, we're going to do a trade. Real quick.
Alright. I think you've got a couple trade evolutions you need to do.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just the one. See you in a minute here.
Yeah, we'll find out in a moment. Let's see.
Yeah, these are all fully evolved. You evolve by leveling. These are all fully evolved. Well, technically, I guess Ackless does, but I like leaving her. You don't evolve by trading. You have to hold an item at night to go.
Yeah.
You evolve by leveling. I think
That is a trade
that
evolution.
one's trade has to be holding the item, which is
Yeah, it's not holding the right item right now.
that evolves by leveling. This evolves by a very complicated process.
Yeah. You've got two trade evolutions. One is not holding its item.
And this one doesn't need to hold an item, I think.
No, you just have to trade it.
So, quickie trade for this guy.
Yep. On. There we go. Gonna coax the trade. Now, sadly, you won't get to see the evolution, but you'll see the result when it comes back.
True.
So the little birdie that I just sent over is just a temporary placeholder.
Yes. Angel's getting the evolution screen on her screen right now, but as soon as it finishes evolving,
It's going right back.
more or less. You're back. Look at that guy.
Mm-hmm.
The very epitome of a Halloween ghost.
Definitely a spooky thing, isn't it?
Uh-huh. And one of your moves is literally called Trick or Treat.
Yeah. The very embodiment of Halloween.
Indeed. Pumpkin Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, there we go. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream today. Next time, we're going to... We'll try to go to the Crown Tundra. We won't be catching Calyrex, but we're trying to move the story along, at least to get Chief Peony free from its control. And continue leveling up our crew. Once we're strong enough to beat Ileana, which will be in our mid-50s, then we'll head back to the main area.
Yep.
So in the meantime, if you guys like what you saw, please leave a like on this video, subscribe, and follow our channel. We're about to hit 100 subscribers.
Yeah, we hit 100 subscribers already.
Oh, when did that happen?
Earlier this week.
Oh,
I
wait.
told you.
No, you did not.
Oh, well, you know now.
Well, now I know. All right.
We've got 100 subscribers,
Oh,
so keep them coming.
Please
We
keep
need
it coming.
more.
Yeah, please subscribe.
Help us out.
Ring the bell for notifications. And you want to financially support us, please go to either indieplanet.com, Dream Angel Comic Books, and buy our superhero comic book Dream Angel or sci-fi tech warrior comic book. If you'd rather just support us financially directly, we have a patreon.com. A link's on the screen right there.
Yep.
Either one.